Rise and shine, bugs and slugs, and get ready to get weird. I'm Amelia Mortem, and this is The Mourning Show, your one-stop shop for all things spooky and bizarre. This morning, we embark on a thrilling journey into the elusive world of cryptids, where we'll explore the strange and spooky happenings in the field of cryptozoology, from peculiar jobs to strange encounters, and of course, tales of horrifying beasts from the depths of history. We've got it all covered. Prepare yourselves for bizarre news stories that'll leave you questioning reality. From eyewitness accounts to unexplained encounters, we'll bring you the latest and strangest happenings in the world of cryptids. And for those of you that want to proudly display your love for cryptids, we'll guide you to the coolest cryptid swag available on the internet. But that's not all. Our quest for the strange and unexplored takes us to the vast and untamed lands of Canada. From the snow-capped mountains to the dense forests, this diverse country has become a hotbed for cryptid sightings. Tonight, we reveal the mysterious creatures that have made their home in the Great White North. Ever wondered what it's like to chase after legendary creatures in the dead of night? We'll introduce you to brave souls who make a living by pursuing the enigmatic and unexplained. And let's not forget the horrors of the past. Some cryptids might have faded into legend, but their stories will haunt us forever. We'll revisit the terrifying legends of creatures that once struck fear in the hearts of our ancestors. And of course, we can't wrap up without mixing up a tantalizing cocktail inspired by an infamous Canadian cryptid. Trust me, this drink will leave you howling for more. So grab your backpacks, sharpen your senses, and join us on this captivating expedition into the heart of Canadian cryptids. Get ready to explore the hidden corners of this magnificent land and uncover the secrets that lie within. Let's dig into the news. A chilling encounter unfolded in Oklahoma when an 11-year-old boy named Charlie caught a fish with human-like teeth in a neighborhood pond. Identified as a pacu, a cousin of the piranha known for its oversized teeth, the fish was a surprising sight in the suburban pond. Being a catch and release pond, Charlie had unknowingly released the invasive fish back into the water. Believed to be a pet that outgrew its tank and was set free, the pacu has caught the attention of wildlife agencies cautioning against such actions. Determined to catch the eerie fish again, Charlie has been making efforts day and night. While not a common occurrence, pacu sightings have happened before in Oklahoma. Interestingly, the pacu has a spooky nickname, the ball cutter, because of its habit of attacking men's dangly bits. This prompted warnings for skinny dippers in Scandinavia after a sighting of the Little Terrors in 2013. And in a shocking development for the world of cryptozoology, renowned Bigfoot hunter Claudia Ackley has passed away at the age of 51. Claudia gained fame for her claims of sighting and filming the elusive cryptid Bigfoot. Her life's mission was to prove the existence of the mythical hairy humanoid, whom she believed to be both real and dangerous. Claudia's journey began almost a decade ago when she had a terrifying encounter with the creature in the mountains of Big Bear, California. She recounted the incident, describing a massive 800-pound creature resembling a Neanderthal man with black almond-shaped eyes and messy hair, perched high up in a tree. Claudia's sighting inspired her to seek further evidence and to set up a PTSD support group for other Bigfoot sighting survivors. Tragically, Claudia Ackley was found dead at her Tennessee home on July 3rd with a heart attack suspected as the cause of death. Her partner, Ed Brown, expressed grief at her passing, stating that the Bigfoot community had lost a devoted member. Ed emphasized that Claudia's goal was to prompt real investigation and research into the cryptid's existence, and she collected verifiable photographic evidence, videos, and multiple witnesses to support her claims. While Claudia Ackley's death leaves a void in the world of Bigfoot enthusiasts, her legacy as a determined seeker of truth about this elusive creature will undoubtedly endure. The circumstances surrounding her passing remain under investigation, but Ed is determined to preserve her memory and uphold her passion for helping others. In our segment, Brains, we unravel the mysteries of the mind and explore the spooky side of psychology. Tonight, we're diving into the peculiar world of cryptids and why we believe in them. You know, those mythical creatures like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster that keep popping up in stories and sightings. Well, it turns out it's not just about folklore and tall tales. The human mind plays tricks on us, and that's where the fun begins. First up, let's talk about perception and misinterpretation. Our brains love to fill in the gaps and see patterns in everything, even when there's nothing there. It's called pareidolia, and it can turn a simple shadow on the water into a terrifying lake monster. Our minds are just itching to make sense of the world, even if it means seeing things that aren't really there. Now, get ready to be spooked because fear is lurking around the corner. Fear is our primal survival instinct, and it makes us believe in some pretty incredible things. Cryptid tales tap into that fear, making our imaginations run wild. Remember that time you heard a strange noise outside your window and thought it was a Sasquatch? Yeah, that's fear playing its tricks on you. Our brains are funny creatures, and they love to play favorites. Enter cognitive biases, those quirky tendencies that lead us to believe what we want to believe. You guessed it, cryptid enthusiasts are guilty of confirmation bias. They'll seek out evidence that supports their beliefs while conveniently ignoring the stuff that doesn't fit their narrative. It's like they've got their own little cryptid fan club going on. And let's not forget about the availability heuristic, where the more we hear about something, the more likely we think it is. Cryptids are everywhere in pop culture and folklore, so it's no wonder people start seeing them left and right. It's like their images are burnt into our brains, ready to spring up at any moment. Our minds can play some seriously wild tricks on us, and cryptids are the perfect example. Next time you hear a rustle in the bushes, just remember it might not be a mysterious creature after all. It's probably just your imagination having a good laugh. For this episode's spooky shopping suggestion, we have to recommend the Canadian Cryptid Map by Void Paper Co. because it inspired this whole cryptid-themed episode. This neon green fold-out guide to the most mysterious creatures in the Great White North will make sure you're never again caught off guard by a stray Sasquatch or unexpected lake monster, and it's only $20 Canadian. They have a metric ton of spooky paper products that we highly recommend checking out, from creepy bat garlands to adorably satanic Valentine cards, all of which you can find at voidpaperco.com. From their website, Void Paper Co. makes paper products inspired by the paranormal, kitsch, and nostalgia. They're dedicated to bringing spooky fun into the everyday with products that help you tackle whatever fresh horror comes your way. Speaking of horror, we've got another curated list of creepy films you'll want to check out now that you've got cryptids on your mind.
Antlers from 2021, a supernatural horror film centered around a small-town teacher who discovers a dark secret involving a mysterious creature and a young student. The Mothman Prophecies from 2002, a thriller based on true events where a reporter investigates the sightings of a winged creature and uncovers a series of disturbing prophecies. The Last Broadcast from 1998, a found-footage horror film that explores the mysterious circumstances surrounding the deaths of two public-access television hosts during an investigation of the Jersey Devil. Cold Skin from 2017, a thriller set on a remote island where a lighthouse keeper encounters amphibious creatures and must confront his own fears and isolation. Incident at Loch Ness from 2004, a mockumentary-style film directed by Werner Herzog, blending fact and fiction as it explores an expedition to unravel the mystery of the Loch Ness Monster.
This week in Dark Tourism, we're headed on an eerie adventure to Portland, Maine, home of one of the most intriguing museums in the world, the International Cryptozoology Museum. The moment you step inside this mysterious sanctuary, you're instantly transported into a realm where fact and folklore intertwine. Every inch of this museum is adorned with artifacts that shed light on elusive creatures that have captured the imagination of generations. From the famous Bigfoot to the elusive Loch Ness Monster, this museum showcases a vast collection of evidence and eyewitness accounts from all over the globe. Are you a believer in the unexplained? The museum doesn't shy away from presenting various cryptozoology theories and hypotheses, whether it's stories of ancient sea monsters, sightings of thunderbirds in the skies, or encounters with chupacabras. The exhibits here will leave you with goosebumps. And what's a cryptozoology museum without tangible evidence? Here, you'll find a mesmerizing display of cryptid specimens, casts of footprints attributed to Bigfoot, hair samples from unknown creatures, and even the preserved remains of mysterious animals yet to be classified by science. You'll want to brace yourself for the encounter room, a unique experience where visitors can immerse themselves in simulated encounters with legendary beasts. Picture yourself deep in the forest with an ominous howl of a werewolf echoing around you. Trust me, it's an adrenaline rush you won't forget. Art enthusiasts, you're in for a treat too. The International Cryptozoology Museum boasts a curated gallery featuring captivating cryptid-inspired art where talented artists give light to creatures that may or may not lurk in the shadows. What truly sets this museum apart is its dedication to scientific exploration. Research plays a crucial role here as experts work tirelessly to analyze and evaluate reported sightings and evidence. They aim to distinguish truth from myth. Don't forget to stop by the museum's gift shop. From books on cryptozoology to quirky souvenirs and memorabilia, you can take a piece of this extraordinary experience home with you. So if you're ever in Portland, Maine, and you crave a taste of the enigmatic and the eerie, remember to pay a visit to the International Cryptozoology Museum. Void Paper Co.'s map of Canadian cryptids boasts over 30 beasts, but Ingrid and I have each selected just a few of our fave Canadian cryptids to take a closer look at. We'll unpack a couple for you now, and be sure to check out our podcast for even more creepy cryptids. Mourning After Dark is available on all your favorite podcast platforms, and our latest episode, Cryptids of Canada, comes out tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. The first cryptid on my list is the Toronto Tunnel Monster, a cryptid sighted in 1978 in an underground tunnel in Canada. It resembled a 3-foot-long, thin, monkey-like being with slate gray fur, large teeth, and orange-red slanted eyes. The creature's origins are linked to the transformation of Toronto's waterways into underground culverts and sewers, where ancient Algonquin tribes spoke of man-like hairy creatures called Mimikwesi or Mimikwashi, possibly trapped when the rivers were buried. In August 1978, a Toronto resident known only as Ernest encountered the creature while searching for a missing kitten. He described a terrifying encounter with the tunnel monster, which demanded he leave before fleeing. Ernest's account, initially kept secret, reached the Toronto Sun newspaper through a reliable source. During a revisit to the site, they found a half-buried cat corpse, possibly linked to the creature. While skeptics exist, Toronto's sewer department acknowledged the possibility of unknown creatures inhabiting the underground tunnels.
Dundas Island blackflies. Dundas Island blackflies, known as flesh-eating flies, are native insects that inhabit the remote region of Dundas Island in Canada. These formidable creatures grow to an impressive length of 5 to 6 inches and boast a striking black coloration. However, it's their chilling feeding habits that have earned them their ominous nickname. Unlike typical flies that feed on nectar or decaying matter, Dundas Island blackflies are ruthless predators. Not only do they consume flesh of their prey, but they also feed on their blood, making them fearsome insects to encounter. Such menacing behaviour has led to local inhabitants to be cautious about venturing onto the island, adding to an air of mystery and fear with these unique insects. What sets these blackflies apart further is their relentless hunting nature. Once they target a victim, they will pursue it relentlessly for hours until either capturing its prey or it manages to escape the island's confines. This tenacity has contributed to the dread surrounding these insects and garnered attention from researchers seeking to understand their behaviour and biology. Apart from their fearsome feeding habits, Dundas Island blackflies possess venom that adds to their formidable reputation. Though they primarily rely on strong mandibles to feed, their venom can be dangerous to larger animals. There have been instances where the venom being potent enough to kill cows, highlighting the potential threat they pose.
Next up, a legendary creature on Bell Island, Newfoundland, Canada, who has become a prominent part of the island's rich folklore and paranormal activity. The Belle Island sea hag is known to take various forms, initially appearing as a beautiful woman in white, before transforming into a grotesque creature with supernatural abilities like shape-shifting and teleportation. The origin of the sea hag is a subject of speculation, with some suggesting she might be the ghost of a woman who perished during the island's mining days. Others believe she could be a witch or demon summoned by miners for protection. The hag is associated with eerie encounters, including sitting on the chests of sleeping miners, causing sleep paralysis, and creating a sense of impending doom, along with a putrid smell. One specific location tied to the sea hag is Butler's Marsh, where witnesses have reported unsettling experiences and sightings of the hag roaming around in torn clothes with unkempt hair. Some claim to have seen her sitting on the chests of sleeping people, while others have heard her sobbing in anguish. This area is also linked to sleep paralysis, wherein individuals experience temporary paralysis while waking up or falling asleep, often accompanied by hallucinations of a presence on their chests. Belle Island is renowned for its paranormal activity, including haunted mines, a lighthouse with a ghostly keeper, and UFO sightings. The island's captivating cultural heritage, including the legend of the Belle Island sea hag, attracts tourists and has even been commemorated with a postage stamp by Canada Post. Despite skepticism and the lack of records supporting a missing woman during the time period when the sea hag first emerged, the tales persist as an integral part of the island's folklore and cultural legacy.
Falcon Lake UFO. In the long history of UFO sightings, the Falcon Lake incident of May 20th, 1967 holds a place of intrigue and fascination. On that day, Stefan Michalak, a witness from Manitoba, Canada, gazed upon an astonishing sight in the skies above Falcon Lake. Two glowing cigar-shaped objects hovered in the air, capturing his attention. As one of the unidentified craft appeared to land nearby, curiosity drove him to investigate further. As Stefan approached the mysterious craft, he suddenly felt an intense surge of heat, enveloping him in a strange energy field. Upon retreating to safety, he discovered a mysterious grid-like burn on his abdomen, leaving investigators and experts baffled. Adding to the perplexity, the surrounding plant life displayed signs of burn marks too, suggesting a potentially significant energy release during the encounter. Despite extensive investigations by the authorities, the Falcon Lake UFO incident remains unexplained, sparking debates and discussions among enthusiasts and researchers to this day. Stefan's son, Stan Michalak, felt compelled to preserve and share his father's experience, leading him to write a book entitled When They Appeared. This intriguing account delves into the psychological and emotional impact of encountering something beyond comprehension, leaving readers in awe of the unknown and the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Decades later, the Falcon Lake incident continues to captivate the imaginations of many, raising questions about the existence of extraterrestrial life and the possibility of interstellar visitors. As technology and our understanding of the cosmos advance, we can only wonder if we will ever unveil the truth behind this extraordinary event, or if it will remain forever enshrouded in the captivating lore of UFO encounters.
This week on Spooky Jobs, we're delving into the captivating world of cryptozoology, where believers hunt down legendary monsters and search for hidden or unknown animals that have captured our imaginations for centuries. Loren Coleman is hailed as the master of cryptozoology. He has authored 30 books and worked as an advisor to the famed television series In Search Of. Loren's passion for these enigmatic creatures has transformed from an interest into a full-fledged career. He's even opened the International Cryptozoology Museum in Portland, Maine, a treasure trove of artifacts, toys, and artist renditions from cryptid sightings around the globe, which we mentioned earlier in our show. In the United States alone, there's a menagerie of cryptids that have become tourist attractions, from the iconic Bigfoot or Sasquatch to the eerie Mothman of West Virginia and the infamous Jersey Devil of the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. These mythical creatures have captured the hearts and minds of thrill seekers and monster enthusiasts, but the U.S. doesn't monopolize the cryptid market. Across the world, tales of hidden animals abound. In Scotland, the elusive Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie, lurks in the deep, dark waters of its namesake lake. Africa boasts its own share of mythical beings, including the walrus-like dingonek, the gambo, and the adjuli. Meanwhile, the jungles of Java hold the terrifying ahul, a massive flying creature said to haunt the rainforests. And of course, as we've been exploring in this episode, Canada has more than a handful of cryptids of its own. For Loren Coleman, the highlight of his career has been the pursuit of Nessie at the legendary Loch Ness. The breathtaking scenery and eerie fog, known as the Har, provided a fairy tale-like atmosphere for his endeavors. It's no wonder that such sightings have changed the economy of regions where these cryptids are said to roam. Richard Freeman, the zoological director of the Centre for Fortean Zoology in England, is another prominent figure in the field. He believes that despite the lack of concrete evidence, there are still mysteries waiting to be unraveled. From the elusive orang pendek in the Sumatra highlands to the fearsome Mahamba crocodile of the Congolese lake, Freeman has traveled the world seeking out these elusive creatures. One of the most fascinating aspects of cryptozoology is how stories of these cryptids develop. Many animals that are now scientifically recognized were once believed to be nothing more than terrifying legends. Take the mountain gorilla, for example, which was once thought to be a fearsome monster capable of taking down elephants. In reality, these gentle giants are quite placid. Sometimes, however, these legends do contain a grain of truth, like the giant leaf frog in South America, whose secretions are said to send you off on a wild trip if you should lick them. Historically, people have been more open to the idea of unknown creatures, especially during the Victorian era of exploration and discovery. Many one-time cryptids turned out to be scientifically valid species, like the gorilla and the okapi. However, in modern times, some people shy away from the controversial topic for fear of ridicule. But cryptozoology isn't just about hunting for large, scary monsters. It's a branch of zoology that seeks to uncover animals of all sizes, as yet unknown to science. And with new species being discovered all the time, from the night parrot in Australia to the recently discovered leopards in Zanzibar, the fascination with cryptozoology remains ever present. Even in the age of cell phone cameras and satellite imagery, vast parts of the world remain unexplored and unmapped. The potential for new discoveries is still very much alive, and the heyday of zoology is far from over. So if you're a fan of the unknown and have a passion for unraveling the mysteries of the natural world, perhaps a new career in cryptozoology awaits you. Just be prepared to venture into the deepest, darkest corners of the earth, chasing after shadows, and maybe, just maybe, catching a glimpse of a creature that the world has yet to acknowledge. Until then, keep your eyes peeled and your imagination alive, for the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Happy hunting! And we've got some recommended reading for all you cryptid enthusiasts out there. Let's go to Ingrid Gold for a list of books you should consider adding to your library.
First on the list of recommended reading is, of course, The Mothman Prophecies by John A. Keel. This is a personal favourite of mine that I've read a few times. This is a chilling exploration of the paranormal phenomenon known as the Mothman, combining eyewitness accounts, investigative research, and mysterious encounters to delve into this unsettling realm of supernatural events. Keel definitely takes a position of the skeptic in this book, which I think really adds to the interesting element of realism for me. Cryptozoology A to Z by Loren Coleman and Jerome Clark is a comprehensive guide that takes readers on a captivating journey through the world of hidden and elusive creatures, providing intriguing insights into the legendary beings such as Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Chupacabra. In Menagerie by Rachel Vincent, a young woman discovers that she possesses a secret power and becomes entangled in a hidden world of supernatural creatures, ultimately leading to her questioning humanity and her fight for freedom. Rolling in the Deep by Myra Grant is a gripping tale that follows a group of scientists and filmmakers as they embark on an ill-fated voyage to the Mariana Trench to document the existence of mermaids, only to encounter a terrifying and deadly reality that they never anticipated. Hunt for the Skinwalker by Comey Kelleher and George Knapp is a riveting investigation into the paranormal phenomena that plagued Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, where scientific experts and a team of researchers delve into inexplicable events like UFO sightings and encounters with otherworldly beings. A 2018 documentary titled Hunt for the Skinwalker features the most intensive scientific study of a UFO and paranormal hotspot in human history.
In our segment, Horrid History, we peel back the veil of time to expose the chilling secrets of the past. This morning, we embark on a harrowing journey deep into the heart of 18th century France as we confront the infamous beast of Gévaudan. In the serene province of Gévaudan, a malevolent force once lurked amidst the picturesque landscapes. This creature was unlike any other, with fiery red fur, a menacing black stripe along its back, and a long, sinewy tail. Witnesses described its crimson eyes radiating evil, and it could walk on its hind legs like a human. But its appearance was just the beginning of the nightmare. Its unearthly roars terrified anyone in its path, and it could cover 25 miles in a day, evading capture and leaving destruction in its wake. The nightmare began with a series of gruesome attacks in the mid-1700s, mostly targeting illiterate peasants, especially women and young girls. People were afraid to leave their homes, and the Bishop of Mendi proclaimed it a divine punishment for humanity's sins, fueling that fear. Hunts and attempts to protect the population followed, but the beast seemed invulnerable to weapons. King Louis XV appointed Francois Antoine to eliminate the creature. After a relentless hunt, they killed a colossal gray wolf, believed to be the beast of Gévaudan, providing a temporary sense of victory. But the attacks continued, and the king's attention waned due to personal matters. Eventually, one Jean Chastel is said to have brought down the creature with a silver bullet infused with holy water and wolf fat. The beast's legacy lives on, with over 100 victims falling prey to its insatiable hunger for flesh. Today, it remains a chilling chapter in French history that has left an indelible mark on the region's memory and continues to captivate storytellers and historians alike. Last but certainly not least, we'll show you how to mix up a monstrous cocktail inspired by the legendary Ogopogo, a lake monster said to inhabit Lake Okanagan in British Columbia. Here we have the Ogopogo Fizz. Make sure to hit subscribe down below so you don't miss our next episode all about sleep. Keep in touch with Ingrid and I, and ensure that you have access to non-stop creepy content by following The Mourning Show on each and every social media platform. Don't miss our podcast, Morning After Dark. New episodes drop every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's it. That's all. Now get out of here. Scram.